My name is Kurt Ringmer. I'm the Deputy Head for Business Services at Welling School, also known as the School Business Manager.
Kurt Ringmo is known as something of a penny pincher around the corridors of Welling School in Kent.
I've made a lot of savings, really, through the 2.5 years I've been here. In the beginning, it was a question of getting used to how things work, but every day, really, as I go along, I'm continuously monitoring where we're spending our money, where the money's coming from, where we should be spending the money.
Hi, Kurt.
Working hard.
Yes, always.
Just called to say we met with the governors.
Excellent. Did they speak much about the Achievement for All? Kurt's great to work with. In terms of his personality, he's funny. He tells you things that you don't ever want to hear. Like, quite often, no, you can't have that because it costs too much money. And he is a skinflint, he is. He's quite known for it around the school, and we all love him for it. But what I really like about working with Kurt is that he always comes up with a solution.
As a school business manager, what you find with school budgets, they're so complex, and it's essential really to make the savings on the smaller things as well as the bigger things. As you may have noticed, my chair's really squeaky. One of my colleagues wanted to throw away not long ago, and I said, well, actually, you can have my chair. I don't mind a squeaky chair. On a big scale, up on my shelf there's a big list of the monthly payments we make to Care Facility Services, because we're a PFI school. I've worked in partnership with Care to ensure that they source their own products rather than using subcontractors. Also, they've empowered their staff and trained their staff to do things like changing door closers. Whereas before, by going through a subcontractor, we'd be probably paying £130 to get a door closer fixed. Now we're paying for the door closers, which is about £50 a pop, and then Care Facility Services fix it, put it up for us free of charge. And there's tens of thousands of pounds saving in that new way of doing it.
One of the challenges of managing a school of 1,600 pupils is accounting for hidden costs, such as vandalism. One of Kurt's ways of doing this is by having regular meetings with the student council.
Do any of you have any thoughts about how much it might cost the school to fix various things like say there are door closers when they break? How much do you think that might cost?
About 200 to about 300.
The target I have for the school council in terms of achieving savings on vandalism is around about the £10,000 figure on an annual basis, and that would go towards building an outdoor shelter for them.
Kurt believes that if he can get his message across to the student council, all the students will benefit from these savings.
So what is going to be the best way that we can offer this to them?
Maybe saying, you know, this is how much it costs for one to be fixed, how much we spent, what could we get instead of that, so iMac computers, etc.
I think that's a very good point, because that's the bottom line of the tens of thousands of pounds we spend on vandalism. It's really all unnecessary, and there's so many resources and things that we could do within the school, particularly in terms of Apple Macs. And we haven't got the money, although the money's there every year when I budget for it, because I budget for vandalism. The government's cutbacks in finances really is going to affect us as a school. We have made a lot of savings, particularly over the last 2 years, where we're cutting back on all sorts of areas, including staffing, which is pretty hard, to be honest. It's quite painful for us to work with reduced funding, because we need, as a school moving from satisfactory to good and from good to outstanding, we need investment really to take us along that path.
It's right across the board, isn't it? That, you know, we've got to make money savings. There aren't the finances out there that actually say, oh, you can just have whatever you want. And I don't think it's a bad lesson to learn. I think it's really good for our kids to learn it as well, to know that, you know, if things get damaged or broken, there isn't an endless pot that just keeps fixing it. It isn't just about Kurt being at the top saying no. The kids are actually learning a real valuable lesson in life.